Okay, how to prevent your pool liner replacement, your new pool liner, from color fading over the years. This is one of the biggest complaints that we get from customers. We install hundreds of pool liners each year, and the biggest question or complaint that we get from customers is, how do I prevent the pool liner from color fading? Because, you know, they buy a brand new pool liner, it looks beautiful when the liner is first put in, and then within 2 years, it's starting to color fade below the water line. And within 5 or 6 years, it's almost completely white. And then, of course, within a few years after that, it tends to fail because the liner has lost its elasticity. Well, what's causing the liner fade is chlorine. What's causing the bleaching is bleach, chlorine bleach. And so, because you treat your pool with chlorine and chlorine shock, which shock is even worse because that's 100% chlorine, free chlorine molecules. So if chlorine is in your swimming pool 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 10 years, then your pool liner is going to be bleached white. Bleach does not discriminate against what it bleaches. It bleaches everything that it touches. And so the bleach in your pool water over time is slowly fading, color fading your liner. If you shock the pool once a week, like most people do, if you shock the pool once a week and you put the shock in at the same spot in the pool once a week, that specific spot is going to color fade very quickly as well, because the chlorine is settling on the pool bottom and staying there for an extended period of time before it gets diluted into the pool. Also, what you'll notice is on the deeper flat areas of the pool, so like on the hopper, the deep end hopper, right around where the main drains are, you'll see much worse color fading there, and that's because the chlorine settles down into that area and has more contact time with the vinyl on the hopper than anywhere else. And also, around the main drains, you might see what I call spider wrinkles, and it's essentially a chemical burn from bleach that basically causes these spider wrinkles on the liner, which will eventually fail because they crack and all that. So what I want to show you is a pool liner that will not color fade. So this is a pool liner that is about this pool liner is about 2.5 months old. So we installed this pool liner 2.5 months ago, so it still looks new. But this pool liner will not color fade at all. What we claim is 99% prevention of color fading. And we'd say that just because ultraviolet lights from the sun, even underneath the water line, can account for, a very small percent of color fade on the liner, but the vast majority of color fade is due to bleaching the liner. And so this liner will not color fade at all. And the reason for that is this pool is equipped with a zerochlor pool system. So the zerochlor pool system, you may have heard of it, you may not have, but it treats swimming pool water, it sanitizes swimming pool water without the use of salt, chlorine, or ozone. And so it's just a very high-tech way to sanitize your pool water, super healthy and all that good stuff. But one of the biggest benefits of it is everything on your pool just lasts longer. I mean, if you're not subjecting everything on your pool to bleach, which destroys everything that it touches, then everything on your pool is going to last longer. And the liner is the most obvious part of that, because the liner is what makes the pool so pretty. And if it starts to color fade, it's the first thing that people notice. If chlorine destroys your heat exchanger in your heater, you won't really notice that until it just happens. 3 years down the road, the heater just starts to leak and you got to buy $2,000 worth of parts and stuff like that. But if you want to prevent pool liner color fade, upgrade your pool to a zerochlor pool system. Now, zerochlor pool systems, if you get the full deal with the filter and all the bells and whistles, it can become very expensive. But they have models starting around $2,200 to $2,400, And so it's right in there in the same range as a high quality salt system. And so, and by the way, salt systems bleach your liner just as fast as chlorine, because salt systems are generating chlorine in the pool. So don't get confused and think that if you have a salt system that you do not have a chlorine system, because you do. If you have a salt system, there is chlorine in your pool, and that's going to be fading your liner as well. So anyway, that is how to prevent pool liner color fade. There you go.